Practice pro boxing fans, and I'm delighted to say this is a bit of a habit to speak to Dave Coldwell after fights, and it is becoming a habit, but like I said, I always like to pin it to you. What have we just seen there?
Do you know what? I'm over the moon for Callum. They're both top guys in the sport, both proven, you know, how tough they are. Proper nice kids. But I'm friends with Callum, and I'm over the moon for him. He needed that tonight. There was a lot of pressure on him going into this. Fans turned out again for him, which shows you how popular he is, because a lot of times when you get beat, you don't sell the same sort of tickets, and he's still done a you know, great attendance in his venues, and he got a win. So you know, that's what matters. He made it hard. It was hard because it was always going to be hard, because Troy was really up for it, really confident, and he gave it a really good fight. But yeah, Callum was the worthy winner tonight for me.
Just before I ask you about the tactical side of the fight, I mean, I saw you clapping and we heard the chants of Yorkshire, Yorkshire, Yorkshire. You're with a future Yorkshire star in Ellis Price. I mean, it's just one of them fights that you watch and you smile at, don't you? It's a nice fight to watch.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, you can see they're both putting everything that they've got into it. Do you know what I mean? Not a lot of clean punches landing in the fight. A lot of scuffs, a lot of flurries, arm punches, and then the odd big shot. But at any moment, something big could have landed, because they were like, you know, you'd be leaving gaps. And as it went on towards the end, Troy started catching Callum with some big shots, and obviously we saw what happened last time, but the fight was different this time round, and yeah, like I said, you know, the right man won the fight. I think it was quite clear as well. So yeah, a good night for Callum Simpson.
I just want to ask, obviously, Rob McCracken, Callum Simpson teaming up with Rob McCracken and the team. I mean, everyone said that that's only a positive here, and we saw the win. I mean, how much of an impact could Rob have had?
It's very hot. Listen, I'm not going to just bluff it. For the first minute, you kind of saw it. It's like, oh, okay. And then it was, that's from what I've seen of Callum in the past, a lot of the same. That's how the fight evolved into. And the problem is you can't expect to go from one side to a completely different style of boxing in a few months and the first fight under pressure. So it takes a few fights to get there, and you know, they'll work together even more. Things will start becoming more ground into him, and he'll pick up the techniques and the things that they're wanting to work on. But the majority of the fight was what we always see a Callum, where, you know, it's chest to chest and head to shoulder sort of thing, and a lot of work rate, a lot of punches being thrown.
Just the last one on the main event, I just spoke to Ellis and he said, if you're Callum Simpson, get that world title, go fight for it, don't do the trilogy. I mean, for you, what would you do?
Yeah, if you're looking after Callum, he's picked up all the titles, hasn't he? From area title, picks him up all the way through. What you want to be hanging around for? Especially, listen, it's got to be hard for him to make this weight. I don't care what anybody says, it's got to be hard for him to make this weight. And he's getting older now. I'm not saying he's old, but he's getting older, because his body's in that thickening stage, that, you know. So it's only going to get harder to make the weight. So get your world title shot while you can. Yeah, obviously Troy will want a rubber match, but boxer and Callum's management and Rob McCracken's training team, they're in the Callum Simpson business. So you'd look to try and get that world title shot as soon as you can. You know, a world contender before you get that, because he's probably not going to get a world title shot on the back of that, but you know, a world level sort of fight, and move on from there.
I do just want to touch on, I know he's not from Yorkshire and he's actually not even from the UK, Gradis Krauss. I mean, he's fought quite a lot of times in Sheffield there on GBM, so he's building that kind of following around Yorkshire. I mean, blows Sean Hemhill out and around. I mean, just how impressive is that?
Oh, that's a real result. I was sat with John Pegg and Ellis, and I said, if he gets rid of him, sharpish, I weren't thinking one round, I was thinking 3 to 5. If he gets rid of him sharpish, that's a real statement, a real impressive result. Okay, I did it around. What I liked about it was once he hurt him, he didn't just go. He blended the shots. He was throwing the head and then coming in with like left hooks to the body, it was a really good finish, really good. It wasn't just a wild man swinging. It was educated. It was good. It was a really good fighter, really exciting fighter. And because I don't know, but if the kid can take a shot, he can be world champion. You know, he's got a lot of attributes about him. He's very difficult to deal with. The only thing that, because we haven't seen yet, we say about all prospects, until you see him get it on the button. But John's telling me that he's seen plenty of him sparring, and he's been it on the button, not even blink. So if the guy can take them shots with 10-ounce gloves on, he's a very good fighter.
I do just want to ask Fabio Wardley, Daniel Dubois, supposedly October 17th. I mean, the narrative that I'm getting this week is maybe too soon for Fabio. What do you make of the October 17th date?
I do think it's too soon. I can't go back on what I said straight after the fight, because straight after the fight, I was like, I would like to see Fabio take the rest of the year off. Take the rest of the year off. Not, you know, let his body regenerate, let his body rest up, come back fresh, because those kind of fights take a lot out of you. But Fabio's been having some tough fights lately, you know. That one was brutal, and I do think it's a little bit soon for him.
10 seconds,
but
close.
obviously, they'll do what they want to do. That's they know best. They know him better.
Seconds out.
So it's a great fight
Round
again,
two.
because the first one was a great fight. So I'm excited. It's a fight I'm going to look forward to, and it's one of those. There's a lot for Fabio to have to improve on to win the fight.
And just last one, Dave, before I let you go. I mean, I spoke to you the morning after Anthony Joshua fought, and we spoke about where both AJ and Tyson Fury are in their careers. Since then, Moses Hammer said he'd rather not fight these guys. Is that kind of something that you liked here, that Moses isn't wanting to fight like an aging AJ or an aging Tyson Fury?
I didn't know he said that. I rate that.
I don't know the exact quote, but it was along the lines of he'd rather not.
I rate
He
that.
didn't say that he wouldn't, but he said he'd rather not.
Yeah. And
Good to hear.
I'm glad, because I won't want to see that either. I didn't know I'd said that. I like that. Yeah, that's right. That's real. You know, for a young prospect that's coming through, majority of them will be shouting out these faded champions and faded names to try and build their name on the back of that. Him doing that is like, no, I don't need your name. I'm going to build my own name myself, rather than fighting a shell of what you once were. I do. I really.